What is going on, guys? It's Argon657 here. Today I bring you another Pokemon Ultra Sun Ultra Moon Wi-Fi battle, and this is going to be a triple header, so we're battling 3 people in this video. So this first battle is against pokeaimMD. His channel's in the description. So he's actually using a fun team, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, it looks pretty interesting. So yeah, he's gonna lead off with Seismitoad, and I've actually considered a lot of Seismitoads in Yu-Gi-Oh! Lately. I mean, it's more effective than Swampert just because that water absorb. It's able to take water hits and just absorb them. So basically, the Saxophil Zuma set could probably get checked by this Seismitoad. So, anyways, I lead off with my Greninja, and I'm gonna go straight for the U-turn, and I'm gonna go to my Alakazam. And over here, I'm actually expecting him to go to his Jirachi. So, I'm pretty sure he's not going to see this coming. I do have the knockoff on my Alakazam just to get rid of Assault Bass, just get rid of, leftovers, or even Choice Scarfs. So yeah, he's going to go to his Jirachi, and I'm able to trace the Serene Grace, and I'm able to go for the knockoff, and getting rid of his Choice Scarf. So now, his Jirachi is not much of a threat anymore, because he can't Iron Head flinch my Pokemon. So I'm going to go to my Landorus over here and get the Intimidate off. I want to see what he wants to do. He's going to go straight for the U-turn, and it's not going to do that much to my Landorus, being that it's not stab, I resist it, plus I'm very bulky in defense and HP, so he's going to go to his own Landorus. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to set up the Stealth Rocks over here. And I'm pretty sure he's going to set up his own rocks as well, so I'm going to see what he wants to do. He's going to go for the Hidden Power Ice. So most Landers, pretty much every Landers carries Hidden Power Ice just for other Landers. But sometimes they don't, they carry knockoff, but most Landers carry Hidden Power Ice. So I'm going to go for the Hidden Power Ice on my own. And he's going to go for the Defog, so, which is nice, and the good thing is that I'm faster than him, so I'll be able to pressure him into defogging the hazard. So I'm going to reapply the Stealth Rocks, and he's going to go into his Seismitoad over here, and it's looking pretty good for me, because as long as I can keep up the pressure, I can prevent it from defogging the hazards away. So he's going to... I'm pretty sure he's gonna go for the Scald. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna go straight for the U-turn, get out of there, because I'm not gonna take a Scald and get burned. Because I do need the Landers for that other Landers, and yeah, basically Landers, all it really needs to do is set up Stealth Rocks and also pressure the other Landers to go for Defog, and I could go for the Stealth Rocks consistently since I'm getting leftovers recovered. So, I'm gonna go to my Celesteela. He does get the Scald burn, but that's not a big deal because my Celesteela is sort of more of a bulkier spread. Although its Heavy Slam won't do that much, but I still have the Flamethrower. So I'm gonna go for the Leech Seed over here, and I could have went for the Protect just to get him to lose more HP. But in the long run, if I would have done that, it's really good that I did go for the Protect, because I can actually go to my Landorus and pressure him to defog. So I'm gonna go to my Landorus expecting the defog, and I'm gonna get the Intimidate off, and he's gonna go for the defog as expected. But the thing is, I can reset up the rocks. And once his Landorus is gone, he's not going to be able to defog the hazard. So I really need to set up those rocks, because the reason is that he has a Talonflame in the back, and Talonflame is actually a big threat against my team if I don't get up those Stealth Rocks, because he most likely has the Supersonic Sky Strike Z move. So yeah, that's what most Talonflames have nowadays because of the nerf with Gale Wings, that you can only have priority in flying type moves at full health. So I remember in 6th gen, you used to see Talonflame. I used to see Talonflame everywhere in OU. I remember it basically was a very good niche. Just that priority Blankbird, even after getting paralyzed and stuff like that, it doesn't really get punished that much. So it's still very useful in my opinion. But now because of that nerf, it's now the Z move. So I'm pretty sure you used to run like bulky sports. So anyways, I'm gonna leave my landers like Duck Fodder. He ends up staying and go for the Stealth Bucks, and then he's gonna go for the Toxic. I'm able to hit him up with 2 Earthquakes. It's gonna do a sizable amount of damage, and he's at a low enough health to where I can actually save my landers for Death Fodder later. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take out the Seismitoad with the U-turn, because I can save this landers for later. In case I need something to die, it's probably going to be this landers, because all I had to do was set up the rocks and get rid of the other landers. So I'm now going to go to my Greninja, because now that the Stealth Rocks are up, now Talonflame isn't much of a threat anymore, and he's going to go to his Buzzwole now. I don't know what item he's carrying, because the thing is, most of my Pokemon are faster than his Buzzwole, and if he is Choice Scarf, I won't know that, because some of my Pokemon, like Alakazam, Mega Alakazam, is naturally faster than Buzzwole, regardless of its Jolly Scarf. But he's going to go for the Drain Punch, and based on that damage, I'm sort of bulky, so he could be a Choice Banded Buzzwole, but I still don't know if he actually has a Scarf. I might have just been underestimating the power of Buzzwole, because Buzzwole has a pretty good attack, actually. So yeah, I'm gonna go for the Flamethrower, scout what he's gonna do, and he ends up going to Decidueye, and he ends up going for a Substitute. I'm not sure why he decided to do that, but I guess he expected me to maybe go for I don't know. But he's going to go for a sub. I guess he may have misclicked. I'm pretty sure that was a misclick or something like that. I don't know. Or he was expecting me to switch out. But either way, I'm able to chip him down a bit with the Flamethrower. And he's going to reveal the Z move. So I figured this would most likely be the Z move, because I did not see an item at all. So he's going to go for the Sinister Arrow Raid. Now, the thing is, I don't know if I'm going to be able to survive this. However, being the beast that Celesteela is, it's so bulky, I'm able to survive with 2 HP, so I'm able to take him out with a Flamethrower. So that's pretty nice, and now I have 2 potential Death Fodders. However, because I don't have a safe switch, I can also sack with this Celesteela. So Celesteela actually put in some work, to be honest. It took a lot of hits. And what I should have done was gone into my Landorus and gotten the Intimidate off. That way I would have just went to my Landorus, took the Drain Punch, and then went back into my Celesteela as Death Fodder. So that he would be at -1 attack. So but it really doesn't matter, to be honest, because now I'm able to get the Intimidate, so now he's back at neutral. So I'm just going to go for the U-turn over here, and I'm pretty sure he's most likely Choice Scarf. Buzzwole, he could be banded, because he already had Scarf Vachi, because there's a chance he could run a double Scarf Pokemon, because I've seen people do double Choice Scarf Pokemon, so he's going to go for the Dream Punch. It's going to do a decent amount. So I'm pretty convinced that he's most likely Choice Scarf, because Choice Banded Dream Punch would have done a little bit more damage, and I'm able to live with 69 HP. So I'm going to go for the Outrage. It does so much damage to that Buzzwole. Buzzwole has some pretty good defense. Yeah, so I'm just going to go straight for the Outrage. There's really no reason not to go for it. So, and also the fact that I outsped the Buzzwole tells me he's definitely not Scarfed. So he's most likely maybe a banded variant. I don't know. He's probably banded. most likely, because he went for Drain Punch several times. So he's gonna go for the Iron Head, and I'm trying to sack my Landorus over here, so that way I can get a free switch into my Alakazam or my Greninja, one of the two. But he's gonna end up going for the Healing Wish, so he's gonna try to get back up to full health with his Buzzwole. And I go for the U-turn. He's going to decide to sack his Jirachi. Now, I think what he could have done was, wait a minute, I think that was the right choice, what he did, gone for the Healing Wish right now. So, my Landorus is going to die from the Toxic, and he is going to get full health recovery with his Buzzwole. However, because I'm Choice Banded Outrage, Outrage is going to do a significant amount of damage to Buzzwole. And as you can see, yeah, I go for the Outrage, and yeah, it's going to do a lot of damage. I am Adamant Choice Banded Zygarde, so it kind of explains why it did so much damage to Buzzwole, which its natural bulk. It should take moves pretty well too. It's just the special side, it's frail. So I'm gonna go to my Mega Alakazam, and he's gonna end up forfeiting because I do outspeed both his Buzzwole and his Talonflame. So yeah, at that point, I think he knew that he had nothing to outspeed my Alakazam. So yeah, he did forfeit, giving me the victory. So yeah, that was a good battle. So now we're going to move on to the next battle, which is going to be our second Wi-Fi battle against Isamu. He is using a Sticky Web team. Now, the only problem with this team is that Sticky Webs, that's basically the weakness. So if he gets up Sticky Webs, my team gets swept by a potential sweeper. So I'm going to lead off with my Greninja, and he's going to lead off with his Ribombee. And I'm going to have to go for the Rock Slide, because that's the only way that I could possibly prevent him from getting up the webs, is by flinching him. So I'm really hoping that I could get the flinch, and unfortunately he does not get the flinch, and he's able to set up the Sticky Web. So that kind of sucks though, but I'm going to have to keep up so much offensive pressure if I'm going to ever try to win this battle. So I'm going to go for the Rock Slide. He's going to go to Skarmory, and it's not going to do too much because Skarmory is so bulky. And we all know Skarmory has very good defense, base 140 actually. It's pretty impressive. But I'm going to go to my Heatran because I know that I could scare it out with the Magma Storm. And he's going to go for the Stealth Rocks. And I'm going to go straight for the Magma Storm, I believe. Or do I go for Toxic? I'm not sure. I think I go for the Toxic or something like that. Yeah, I did go for the Toxic because I did predict him to switch out into something. He's going to go to his Guja, which is most likely Assault Vest, the way he switched it in. Because Guja has some very respectable bulk. It has base 150 special defense. And if you put an Assault Vest, there's really not much you can do to take it out so easily. It's really hard to deal with Guja if you're not prepared, like especially with Assault Vest. So I think he expected him to go for the Earthquake or something like that. I'm not sure what he went, but yeah, so I'm gonna go for the U-turn. I think he may have went for a Thunderbolt. I don't know. But I'm going to U-turn out into my Heatran expecting the Ice Beam, because I know that Gujas tend to carry Ice Beam for that Landorus and all that. So I'm going to go to my Heatran, and I think I was predicting a Thunderbolt, because I wouldn't go to my Heatran if he had Earth Power. So he's going to end up withdrawing, which definitely confirms that he does not have Earth Power or Earthquake. So I'm going to go for the Earth Power and take out his Ribombee. Now, the only thing is that after taking out his Ribombee, he can easily go into his Gyarados or his Xurkitree. One of the two, both of them could actually sweep through my entire team if they're able to set up. So, what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna have to stay in, hope that he doesn't have the like Z hypnosis. Well, I'm pretty sure the Xurkitree had the Z hypnosis, but I'm hoping that he misses. Unfortunately, he doesn't, because had he missed, I would have been able to knock him out with the Earth Power. So I would have been able to prevent him from sweeping, or at least delay it, because after taking up the Xurkitree, he would most likely go to Gyarados and start setting up Dragon Dances, and I would know that, because obviously I would go for the Toxic, because it's very obvious that if he would go to Gyarados, he would switch in. But either way, I do get lucky and wake up on the first turn, and I'm able to go for the Earth Power and just knock him out. So that's pretty huge though, because I would have most likely gotten swept by this Xurkitree, but it's not over yet because he still has the Gyarados, and I'm going to stay in and go for the Toxic, because I know that he's going to go for the Dragon Dance expecting me to switch out. It's very obvious. So I do get the play correctly. He's going to go for the Dragon Dance, and I'm going to go for the Toxic because I need to poison this thing, and thankfully I don't miss, because if I would have missed, I would have lost the battle easily. So he's gonna go for that Dragon Dance. I'm pretty sure he's gonna go for the Waterfall, so I'm gonna have to switch out over here, and I'm gonna go into my Landorus to get the Intimidate off to get him at neutral health. So he's gonna end up going for the Waterfall. If he went for the Earthquake, that would have been fine, but it really did not matter, because I'm able to live the Waterfall. If you just went for the Earthquake, I would have been able to get off a decent amount of damage with the U-turn, because I would have been able to live the Waterfall because I am defensive Landorus. So he was able to take out my Landorus, so that's fine. But he is getting toxic damage racked up, so I'm gonna go to my Celesteela, which is my next best thing to take a Waterfall. Now, what I should have done was gone into my Celesteela and then gone to my Landorus to get the Intimidate. But I'm gonna go for the Leech Seed because I'm pretty sure he's gonna want to switch out, and if he wants to get greedy and go for another Dragon Dance, I could Leech Seed stall him out all day long, so it really does not matter to me. But he's gonna go to his Skarmory, which is actually a big problem against my team, so I'm gonna have to go for the Flamethrower, and luckily he stays in, and I'm able to get a really good chunk of damage to Skarmory. So now he's gonna go for the Whirlwind, which is fine. I'm gonna go to my Alakazam, which is actually good for me, because now I'm gonna be able to take him out with a Psychic, or I could go for the Shadow Ball, expecting him to switch out or something like that if he really wanted to, but he's gonna decide to stay in. I'm gonna go for the Mega Evolution, and I'm just gonna trace the Sturdy actually, which is actually gonna play a big role, as we'll see in a moment. I'm gonna take him out with the Shadow Ball, and I'm pretty sure he's gonna go into his I think Gyarados? No, he's gonna go into his Mimikyu, and that gives me a chance to go for a Shadow Ball and get some damage off, because I know that Alakazam will be able to survive a hit because of the Sturdy, because I did trace the Sturdy ability, and he's going to go for the Shadow Claw, and I do live with that Sturdy, so yeah, that's pretty good. However, he makes a very questionable play. He should have went for the Shadow Sneak. I don't know why he didn't, but I'm going to go for the Psychic, and he's going to go for the Shadow Claw. Yeah, he does take me out, but he's going to get taken out by the Life Orb. So if he would have went for the Shadow Sneak, he would have still had his Mimikyu. But I'm not going to complain, because I've gotten rid of probably a potential threat to my team. So I'm going to go to my Greninja. He is going to go to his Gyarados. But because he's toxic, I'm not too worried about it. Plus, I am Choice Scarf, so I'm going to outspeed the Gyarados regardless. So I'm going to go for the U-turn just to get some damage off, and I do bring him down to a point where, regardless of what he does, the toxic damage will take him out this turn. So if he goes for Waterfall, that's fine. I can tank a Waterfall. If he goes for Dragon Dance, that's good, because I basically get a free switch in. So he's going to go for the Dragon Dance. And yeah, I'm not really too afraid of his Gyarados anymore because the poison is going to take him out. And even if it didn't, I would have had the extreme speed on my Zygarde, so that's pretty good. But he's going to go to his Goodra, and I'm just going to go straight for the extreme speed. There's really no reason to. I could have went for the outrage, but it really does not matter anymore because I'm able to take out the Goodra, and I'm able to win with a 4-0 victory. So yeah, that was a pretty good battle, and yeah, I could have actually lost had I not woke up the first time. But we're gonna move on to our next battle, and this is the third and last battle of the video. This one's against DeluxeBanana, and we're facing yet another sticky web based team. So it's looking pretty bad right off the bat because I figured he would lead off with Galvantula. Because most sticky web based teams, like if you see a Galvantula or Ribombee or any Pokemon that can learn sticky web, you would have to find some way to prevent that from happening. So I figured he would lead off with Galvantula, so I lead off with my Greninja, and I'm gonna go straight for the Rock Slide, hoping for the flinch, and I do bring him down to his Focus Sash. And I'm really hoping for the flinch. Unfortunately, he doesn't flinch, but he does not go for the sticky web. So that means I could actually keep him from going for sticky web because I'm faster than him. So he's going to withdraw, and he's going to go to his Landorus and get the Intimidate off. And because of that, it's not going to do too much to this Landorus. As you can see, that Rock Slide does nothing. Now, the only problem with this team is that the thing is that he has a Porygon Z and a Kartana. Kartana can actually sweep my team late game, and Porygon Z can actually destroy this entire team. I'm not lying, because if it has Ice Beam and a combination of Thunderbolt, I pretty much lose, regardless of what he does. So I expect him to go back into his Galvantula this turn, and I went straight for the U-turn just in case he decided to go for the switch into Galvantula so he could get up those webs. But instead I go for the U-turn just in case he did go to Galvantula. But I'm going to go to my Celesteela over here, and I'm going to go for the Leech Seed over here, and he's going to set up his Stealth Rocks, and it's looking pretty bad for me because now I have to take out the Galvantula, otherwise he's going to be able to set up sticky webs all over my face. So yeah, so I'm going to get the Leech Seed off, and here's where I make a big mistake. I should have went for the Flamethrower, now that I think about it, because he was going to switch into his Galvantula, but I went for the Leech Seed, and unfortunately I missed. Now, this was actually game-changing, because now, this was actually huge, because now he's able to get up those sticky webs, and he's going to be able to just set them up for free, and now things are looking pretty bad for me, because now, because of that that chance to miss, now I'm fighting an uphill to win this battle. I'm gonna have to find some way to break his team as quickly as possible. So I'm gonna go for the Ice Beam, expecting him to switch out. Now I should have went for the Rock Slide, because I did expect him to go to his Landorus to take the Rock Slide, but he decides to go to his Gyarados. So he is going to Mega Evolve, but even if he did go to Gyarados, he probably would have been able to take one Rock Slide, and I think because of that Intimidate, he would be able to take it quite nicely. So he's going to go for the Dragon Dance. So this is looking pretty bad though, because if he's able to get up enough Dragon Dances, he can actually sweep my whole team late game, because Gyarados can actually sweep my whole team. I'm not lying, because Gyarados is a big threat, as well as the Porygon Z and the Kartana. All three of them could actually sweep my team late game. So he's going to go into his Superior, and he's going to go for the Glare. And he's going to get the Paralysis. Now this Paralysis is going to play a big role, because the fact that there's going to be some turns where I'm not going to be able to attack, it could cost me the game if I get those Power Haxes and stuff like that. I already missed the Leech Seed, so that kind of sucks, because now there's a bigger chance I'm going to lose the battle. So I'm going to go to my Heatran, expecting possibly the Leaf Storm on the Hidden Power Fire. But he's going to go for the Leech Seed, which is actually a good play on his part, because not only that, he's going to be able to get back some health in some way. But luckily, he can't really hit me with anything with Heatran. And yeah, he's actually using sort of a fun team, to be honest, I'm not going to lie. But he's going to go to his Landorus, and I'm going to go for the taunt over here, thinking that he would go for the protect or substitute, one of the two, just so that way he can't attack me. Well, he can't like set up Leech Seeds. He would have to be forced to attack my Heatran, to attack my Heatran with Leech Sword. But since he can't hit me with anything, he would have to switch out. So I'm gonna go to my Celesteela. I'm maybe expecting him to go for the Earthquake or the Hidden Power, because I know he could very well predict me to switch out. So he's going to go into his Galvantula as Death Fodder, because all Galvantula had to do was set up sticky webs. So, so now things are pretty bad now, because now he can actually have a free switch into his Porygon Z. Now, what I should have done was actually gone into my Landorus as Death Fodder, but I didn't really think it through, to be honest. But he's gonna go for the Z conversion, and yeah, this is looking pretty bad. So I'm gonna have to go for the Leech Seed, and then maybe Protect as well. But I'm really risking the paralysis, so I'm gonna go for the Leech Seed, and I'm really hoping that I don't get the paralysis, and I'm able to go for a Protect to scout what he's gonna do. I'm pretty sure he most likely could have Thunderbolt and Ice Beam and Tri-Attack. That's what usually Porygon Z's carry, but unfortunately I get the Parahax, and he's going to reveal the Shadow Ball. So, that Shadow Ball's going to do a lot of damage to my Celesteela. Now, the thing is, if I would have gone for the Protect, I would have been able to maybe take one more hit, because... No, wait, I do go for the Protect, never mind. But he's gonna go for the Shadow Ball, which is fine. I mean, I'm not really too concerned about it, but I'm gonna go for that. I'm gonna go for that Protect, get some Leech Seed recovery, and I'm gonna switch out over here because I'm not gonna take a Shadow Ball or a Thunderbolt to the face. So I'm gonna go to my Landorus, expecting the Thunderbolt. And he ends up going for the Thunderbolt over here, so that tells me he does not carry the Ice Beam, so that's pretty good. So now I can actually go into my Landorus as fodder, and what I actually should have done was gone into my Zygarde directly after this, because he most likely does not have the Ice Beam, because he would have went straight for it. But I'm going to go to my Heatran. For some reason, I really should have went to Zygarde, because I would have been able to just go for that Choice Banded Outrage. I'm not gonna lie, I should have went to my Zygarde, because not only that, I would have been able to keep this Heatran around for that Superior. But now, because of my decision to go to my Heatran instead of my Zygarde, the Earth Power is not going to do too much damage to Porygon Z. And yeah. The thing is that Zygarde, I think Zygarde could take one hit from Porygon Z, but he's going to go for that Shadow Ball and take out my Heatran, and I'm going to go to my Zygarde over here, and it looks like it's a 5-0 sweep, so yeah, so I'm going to get the Sticky Web, and I'm going to get the Stealth Rock damage. Now, for some reason, Zygarde somehow lives with 2 HP, so... yeah, I'm pretty sure that was a low damage one. I'm able to finish him off with the Outrage and take out the Porygon Z, but it doesn't matter because he's already wrecked through almost half of my team. So he's taken out 2 of my Pokemon already, but he's gonna go into his Kartana and get rid of my choice band, but now he's gonna be at +1 attack. So what I should have done over here was gone for the protect, because there was actually a chance that I could have lived the knockoff. Because I'm pretty sure I would have been able to live the knockoff had I gone for the protect, but since he was at +1, there was actually no way I could live knockoff from that range. Now he's at +2, so I'm gonna go into my Greninja, and I have Choice Scarf. However, because of the sticky web, he's gonna outspeed me because of the fact that I have that he's Choice Scarfed as well. So I figured Kartana would sweep through my team late game. So one of the 3 Pokemon would have swept my whole team, whether it's the Kartana, the Porygon Z, or the Gyarados. One of the 2. But I'm gonna go to my Alakazam, and I'm just gonna Mega Ball. And it doesn't matter what he does, he's gonna outspeed me regardless of what I do. So I'm gonna have to, you know, the fact that the hacks, the Leech Seed miss, really actually costing me the game. So yeah, he's gonna take me out with the knockoff, and that's gonna be a 4-0 victory in my opponent's favor. So if you guys enjoyed the video, be sure to leave that comment below. Click that like button and subscribe to my channel, and yeah, I will see you guys later.